This here is Wakefield. You can see the water dripping down there. Right there at the bottom. It's only going to get worse. It'll be fun. So yeah, that's ProPress. We'll cut that off. We'll put a T here, drain there, cut right in, and we're done. That'll be a piece of cake. So we got a leak here. This is dripping. This is 2.5. This is 2 inch. That is 1 inch. And we can redo all that. Come down, put an elbow on here, put a T in there for a drain line, and we're good to go. How about that? Alright. That looks like a 3/4 inch. We'll get a new assembly, and this is 3/4 inch pipe right here. And then what do we got here? That serial number is a size is what is that? PTA. What is it? A PTA 30 Universe serial 160958. What is that model? No, it's a PI. What is that? PI. PIA 30 Universe or PIA 30 or PIA 30 Victor 0160958, made by Bell and Gossett. Got a 1609 160958, 160958, same damn thing. Okay, 150 and 200, 250, 200 and 150 degrees, built in 2006. So this thing is waterlogged. Good deal. I'll add that to the price. Okay, the tank is expansion tank is pissing water out. I just tested it, and this should be pretty easy to do because we got a valve there. And let's take a look at what size. Well, no, it shouldn't matter. I should. Here's the tank. Bell and Gossett. Where's that Amtrol? Is that Bell and Gossett? Let's take a look at that. Let's turn this off. Got a reading there. Reading there. Serial number there. So looking at this pool setup here, these pumps, I mean. Let me turn on some light. All three of these four of these boxes, and these two. What's the problem? Alright, this rig here, I got to go from the tank up. We're looking at 2 feet. Over to the T, we're looking at 3 feet, and then another foot from the T to the elbow, so that's 2 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet. 2 more feet, that's 8 feet. So the first one's 2, the second one's 3, the third one's 1 foot, and the last one's 2 foot. And this bolt is 3 inches long. So that's 2 feet, 3 feet to the T, 1 foot from the T to the elbow, and then 2 feet over here. So I'm going to need coupling, elbow, T, and elbow. And an adapter there, 4 bolts, and a ProPress adapter for this tank. And the bolts are 3 inches long. And they actually look like they are so yeah. That looks like the nut, the bolt, excuse me, is on the top. Careful, Ross. Let's pause. So yeah, the nut's on the bottom and the bolt goes onto the top. And again, you're looking at overall length. Looks like it's 2 inches. So this is actually 2 inches, not 3. Let's take a look. Yeah, those are 2 inches long. Kind of tight. 2.5 would be safer. 2.5 would be safer. All right, I'm gonna need a 2.5 inch T by 1 inch, 2.5 by 2.5 by 1 inch ProPress T, a ProPress 90, and a ProPress coupling, and what else? ProPress coupling, ProPress 90, pipe, 2.5 by 2.5 inch ProPress T. 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch by 1 inch ProPress T. And then up here, I need a nut, a grandma nut. That looks like it's about 2 inches long. Yeah, I'll have to drop that down in there. Yeah, 2 inches. That should do it. 2 inches or 2.5 inches. Yep. So we're holding pretty consistent between this thing is really hobbling around here. But that's on the thing there. It's on the sinker flow. I'm all the way up to 57 there. And that is not a pressure reducing valve. It's just a backflow preventer. That's all it is. So the gauge may be off a little bit, but this is pretty consistent right here at 93, 90. It's holding at about 90. And that's consistent with my other gauge. See how it's going up? 45. That's about right. That's the equal. Alright. But I'm not getting 90 over at my other tank. So it's still a bit of a mystery. This line coming out of this pump may not be what's feeding over to the other side. So let's see here. Alright, so this system here is primarily delivering the cold water over to this tank. So it's coming down right here, and it's coming into here, feeding cold water to here. So that's probably got absolutely nothing to do with my issue over at the other side. So I'm going to have to look at the plans and see what's going on.